Hello gorgeous people, welcome to another ranking. This is going to be a short ranking as it is only a trilogy. I'm not typically a fan of ranking anything with less than 4 films, but I realized I don't rank or talk enough about older classic films and classic horror films outside of my 31 Days of Halloween recaps, so that brought me to today's video. I had considered ranking the Invisible Man films, but since they still intend to make another one, I'm not quite ready to touch those just yet, but we'll see. So for now, time to rank The Creature from the Black Lagoon from worst to best. In third place is The Creature Walks Among Us, released in 1956. It's directed by John Sherwood in his directorial debut and written by Arthur A. Ross. It's the third and final installment in the Creature from the Black Lagoon series, and in it a scientist captures the creature and turns him into an air breather only for him to escape and start killing. This one makes you hate humans even more than the first two. Hunt down a creature, attack it, then perform experiments on it and turn it into something closer to human because that just works better for you. This film has Frankenstein vibes. I mean, crazy doctor creates creature, then is the cause of said creature going on a rampage, and then the creature goes off to die because its creator turns on him. Very Frankenstein. I didn't like this one as much as the first two, obviously, hence why it's third. The domestic violence angle wasn't necessary. Also, I'm so confused. The creature dies at the end of each film, and yet in each film it's the last of its kind, so either it's dying and writers don't care, or we only think it dies, or it wasn't actually the last of its kind. Someone please tell me. In second place is Revenge of the Creature, aka Return of the Creature and Return of the Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's released in 1955 and directed by Jack Arnold with a screenplay by Martin Berkeley from a story by William Allen. It is the second installment in the Creature from the Black Lagoon series. In it, men capture the creature from the Black Lagoon and make him an aquarium attraction from which he escapes. He escapes a lot. He's like Houdini. This film has a lot of the same elements of the first film, only it really focuses more on treating the creature as a SeaWorld attraction. He's attacked in his own habitat for just existing, removed from his natural environment, and then placed in a tank where he's chained up and forced to be an aquarium attraction. On top of that, he's being tortured all the time in order to be conditioned and learn tricks like a circus animal. It's hard to ever view the creature as evil. He's not evil, he's alone and in a strange place. He doesn't understand why people are hurting him. Wouldn't you be hostile? I think these films are the perfect depiction of the mistreatment the world gives to those that are declared different, and a great demonstration of how we treat animals in supposed sanctuaries. We take animals out of their homes and put them on display for profit. The monsters of these stories are the scientists. It's possible to observe something and study it without hurting it. Also, when I first watched this, I was not expecting to see a young Clint Eastwood make an appearance. That was pretty neat. In first place is Creature from the Black Lagoon, released in 1954. It's directed by Jack Arnold with a screenplay by Harry Essex and Arthur Ross from a story by Maurice Zimm, and is the first installment in the Creature from the Black Lagoon series. It follows a group of scientists who encounter a piscine amphibious humanoid in the waters of the Amazon. After watching this film, I finally understood why so many praised it. It's absolutely amazing, and even more so when you factor in the time period. For a black and white film, there is an incredible use of lighting. The costume for Gill-Man is incredible. The stunt work is of a high caliber I was not expecting, and the score by Henry Mancini, Hans J. Solter, and Herman Stein is phenomenal. You can see the influence of so many later films generated by this film, and I'm not just talking about Shape of Water, which is the most obvious. The way they filmed the female lead swimming from underneath her, representing the creature watching her from the depths, is the same technique later used by Steven Spielberg in Jaws. I had no idea I would love this film so much when I first watched it, but I did. On top of that, it was a great story about how humans suck. Humans came into this creature's natural habitat where it wasn't bothering anyone for thousands of years. They came to capture it and study it, and all it does is fight back and try to defend itself, yet it's declared the monster. Why? It was minding its own business until white scientists came along. He only attacks them after they came at him with harpoons. And okay, maybe he took a fancy to a young lady, but he's a lonely creature clearly thinking about survival of the species, so he's running on preservation instinct. He has a good excuse for his actions. The humans, not so much. And by not so much, I mean not at all. there you have my ranking of the Creature from the Black Lagoon series. There are so many iconic monsters, Gill-Man being one of them, of course. The funny thing about watching so many of these stories is that a lot of classic monsters weren't these villainous characters. They were really just misunderstood or mistreated characters, and a lot of them serve as great allegories, and I think that's why I love the Creature from the Black Lagoon so much. Gill-Man is a character to be related to, empathize with, and it makes for a richer story. And as I said, humans suck. But if you didn't know that, then I think the events of the last 2 years would have driven that fact home. Anyway, now that I've done my ranking, it's your turn. If you have seen these films, please drop a comment and let me know how you would rank them. I'd love to know your thoughts. That's it for this video. I hope you are all well and taking care of yourself. I hope to see you in my next video. So until then, bye!